What is going on, guys? I just discovered a few new features on my Mobizen app, so I figured I'd test that out and see how that works out. And I figured I'd go over a little bit of Coliseum for you. Now, I've been slightly successful with this entire line that you see on the third line there with Shaman, Forgotten Dragon, Grand Hunter, Grand Huntress, D-Slayer, and Enchanter. So, what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to try to get this line going here. Now, with the line like this in the beginning, it's not going to be that difficult to do. Basically, I just throw a good DPS. I'll throw my Moon with my D-Man. I don't need my D-Slayer, so that is a plus. There's no energy drainer. So I can throw more in to help battle that. Now, one thing I will need to do, because there's a lot of DPS people in there, is I'm going to need to throw my Vile Bile in, because Vile Bile will absorb all of that damage. Alright, and for the fourth person, we don't even really need anything. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a contest hero. There's a contest going on for diamonds right now, and the three key heroes to use in the contest are Roller Warrior, Genie, and of course Stepladder Brothers, since Stepladder Brothers is the new hero. Matter of fact, what I can do is I don't even need Wee Witch in it right now. She will have the starting energy, but Moondrake and Vile combined will block enough damage and stop them from using so much to where I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to throw my Stepladder Brothers in that. Alright, now we're getting on to line 2, and we need a straight solid energy blocking line, so we can keep that Vile Bile, we can keep that Water Worm, and that Understudy from using their white skills. Alright, so that's line 2. Line 3 is going to be a little more difficult, but this is one of the most successful lines that I have come into. It's using my enchanter, and usually my enchanter will start firing first. I got him set up with enough starting energy, and I also have Shaman set up with enough energy gain. And then I throw Dust in to boost my Huntress, because once my Huntress fires that one shot, then it's going to be pretty much over. She will do enough damage to take out the main enemy heroes. And then I throw Kraken in to try to boost me up for having the faster start. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to get into this battle. And, like I said, I can't guarantee that I'll win this battle, but it's been the most successful for me. Alright, so we see we have our Vile Bile here, and he's blocking all that damage and stuff, but I got everybody else firing what they need to fire. Uh-oh. Nope, maybe it wasn't a good idea to throw contest heroes in here. I mean, if Vile Bile destroyed everybody, then I'm not even... Okay, so... Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Alright, so I made a bad move by putting too many contest heroes in that first line. It's really difficult to work with Roller Warrior. It's difficult to work with all of them. So, best I can do is I can show you a little fight pit battle, I guess. I can go into here. This is usually the line that I work with. You can switch DH out with your Orc Monk. Orc Monk will stop, all of that bashing damage that D-Man will bring to you. But I've been kind of liking DH lately. I mean, I have mine set up for Ocean Set, and I have maximum shields for that. So, I will just run that through. Basically, my burned one is going to wipe the floor with them if he can live long enough. I have Dust Devil in, because when burned one uses his white skill, it gets boosted. So, sending it in. I've already killed pretty much everybody I needed to kill. Now I just set that up, and there it goes. Easy win. I suppose since I have enough diamonds, I can run through this Coliseum battle with you again, just so that way you guys get a better show. I mean, it's a diamonds contest, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'll have to fight now here. And now instead of Roller Warrior, because she did absolutely nothing, I'm going to throw my Wee Witch in. So my Wee Witch is a good nuker who will just pretty much wipe the floor with everybody. Now, this line is going to be nearly a guaranteed win. I got a lot of shields, and I got a lot of energy draining. As long as there's no D-Slayer, there's perfectly fine. My Bone will keep that Vile from using his or her skill, But this is the gambling line right here. There's a little too much RNG for it. Alright, so here we go. Usually this likes to sit there and load for a bit, but you know how DS can work. Well, there we go. Alright. So, I got my Vial blocking the damage. Now I just, you know, got my Wii. There you go. See, easy battle. All it took was throwing my Wii Witch in there. Now I got this energy blocking line going. Waterworm, he only needs 50%, so he normally gets off, but he doesn't last long enough. And there it is. Line 2, no problem. Line 3 is the difficult one. I have to get this Huntress to fire. I did fire my enchanter off first, but they're going to be still doing damage to her. The trick, no, it's not going to work because she didn't get that white skill off. What I've been trying to do is I've been trying to get a little bit more on my... Oh, okay. It's always nice when you get errors like that. I'm not sure what it meant, but I at least got to show you the battle anyway. So, if anybody has questions about Huntress, I mean, if you want to get her into this and incorporated into your lines, then basically it's as much starting energy and movement speed as you can. It's a really, really crappy thing to do these days, but another thing to look for is trying to get more piercing. The more piercing damage she has, the more that she will do. I haven't been able to find too many starting energy with piercing damage runes, but you know, I've been working on it. So I got the starting energy main, and I have at least 5% piercing. She doesn't get any piercing from here, so you basically go with the next best thing, basic damage and agility. You can do agility, basic damage. Attack speed would be the ideal one, but I haven't actually looked at her keystone in a while. But attack speed instead of armor penetration would be the way to go. Try to get as much starting energy here. I have 43.2 here, and then I have only 27 right here. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a better starting energy to put up here before I send anything to 5-star. Ideally, you know, I would really love to get, you know, I would love to get that up to, you know, a 64 or an 86 even. But, and then of course, moving on to enchanter, and there's another set. River is usually the way to go. I started out with mine for Ocean, but that was before he got his legendary. I wasn't sure what his legendary would be. They didn't really give us a hint on that. But basically, 3 starting energies. Try to get a little bit of movement in there as you can. The quicker he gets to the line, the quicker he's going to start firing off. So I have a little bit of movement there. And I think I had a little bit more up here somewhere. No. Alright, no, I only have 1 set of movement, so that'll be something I'll start looking for, is getting another movement. But if you look up in the top left here, I got, first time ever, my 4 proc rune. If you notice, starting energy value right there is 108. It is also the starting energy value of that primary right there. So that's what a 4 proc would look like. That'll have the 100% bonus as up there. So he's got the starting energy that I need. That's for sure. He's ready to go, because when you combine that with this skill right here, his time bubble will reduce all enemies' energy by 165. The skill will also allow Internal Enchanter to gain 330 energy at the start of a battle wave. It's basically like, you know, Ambush Spider, or I'm trying to think of who else that would be, but I can't think of it at the moment. Goblin Trio, they're the other set that get a starting energy buff from their skills. But Forgotten Dragon also is another one. The good thing about Forgotten Dragon, though, I forgot where she's at. But alright, Forgotten Dragon, there we go. The good thing about Forgotten Dragon, you know, you're running the starting energy. The starting energy is in the key, so it'll help her a lot more, and you want to try to get as much starting energy up there. And this skill right here is a lot like Shaman, basically, but it's more like Moon. You know, when she gets her Dragony Dust going, you know, it'll basically turn into like a Vile type of move. Everybody only attacks her, and but this time it's a channeled energy. It doesn't just last for a few seconds. It goes as long as her energy is lasting. So putting shaman in there will really help. And then this one right here is another good one. I don't understand why the magic damage cutoff is so small, but it might go up another 5-10,000 though if you have ocean. But it's going to be really difficult to get ocean on her and get her to use her white skill pretty quickly. Morning Glory is also another +1 because, well, she's using Dragon Dust. She's healing every second. Like another one again is 3,504. Isn't that much? I mean, I got all of her runes on her now. I think this one would have been a better one to have. Let me see. Nope. Maybe improved healing would be a nice stat to have on there. I haven't tested how much that improved healing would work, but that actually does sound like that would be a pretty good stat. And everybody knows about Dragon Slayer, you know. She's got quite a big buff enough on her heroic standard, 1750 energy. So you don't really need to worry about that too much. I mean, they're going to, a bone and void combo together are probably going to get about 1,000 if that energy. You got Bone Dragon's 300 energy start, and then I can't remember the exact numbers of Void, but Void's numbers, you know, are going to be a lot more over time. So what I basically have her set up on is expertise, cooldown reduction, and bonus crit damage I put down there because of that bashing damage. She is also affected by death buff, so she can do a lot of damage. Cooldown reduction is really good to have because of her healing. I believe it's this skill. She heals for 23,000 health every second for 6 seconds, so that every time she drops below 50% health. This effect will not trigger well on cooldown. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I have seen some where she will heal up all the way, and then she gets down to 50%, and then she goes through about two skill animations, and then boom, she's right back to healing again. So I do have a cooldown reduction there. I also paired it up with bashing damage. The more bashing damage she has, the better. I also have what will be a 20% once that's 5-star for bashing damage. So, you know, she's pretty set. I have it for expertise basically from the heroic standard, and not because of the energy. I have it actually because of the accuracy. Gaining that accuracy is going to be a really good thing. And then this one right here, whenever she's against Dragon, she's going to gain a lot more strength and armor. So I pretty much accepted expertise as a useful stat. Not a top tier stat like cooldown reduction and, you know, bashing damage, but basically that. I have a little bit of expertise up here. I am actually trying to look for getting cooldown reductions on her majors. And that's pretty much Dragon Slayer. For Kraken, when you're trying to counter that line, I've noticed also not only Kraken works, but also throwing Witch in there. And of course, Witch, you know, you're going to try to get as much expertise. I haven't ruined her in a while, actually, now that I look at it. But basically, you know, getting more agility, whoops, not that one, and more basic damage and skill power. Her movement speed and attack speed buffs are white numbers, so it's not going to give any boost to that. This one is also another one where her spectral assault will reduce dodge. That's another static number at white, so it won't be affected at all no matter what you put on her. But reducing their basic attack by a lot is pretty nice. It'll reduce dodge, or Feel My Wraith will reduce it by 5%, and then reduces basic damage by 224. Basically what I aim for in her is trying to maximize her empowering and her haste. So that's why I try to go for expertise with her. But she will also work. She will not only buff your own heroes, but she'll also try to debuff the other ones. Kraken is the other one that I'm trying to, that, you know, somewhat works in this. I don't really have much set on Kraken. I'm not even sure what I'm going off of on this right now. I haven't ruined him in so long. But it's basically because, what is it, stand back, see how both those numbers are white? You know, it'll decrease their movement speed by 20% and their attack speed by 20% for 7.9 seconds. And that really helps out slow that other team down. I mean, at this one, you know, you're reducing, or yeah, it reduces their armor, but it's such a small number. So it's not really going to be that big of a difference. That's not even an expertise number. And then, oops, this one is, guaranteed to stun foes. I mean, that's usually as soon as you level up, you're good to go. But that's why I haven't really messed too much with them. I kind of have a basic rune set. What I'm using them for, though, is basically to stand back. And so that's about it for that line there. Oh, I do have one more battle. See, now watch this. I will go after the same person, and RNGesus will be different. But I'm also going to try to switch it up. I'm going to take that Kraken out, and then I'm going to put my Witch in. One thing about Witch you got to remember when it comes to her hasting, where she boosts your movement speed and your attack speed, is that there is a cap to attack speed and movement speed, which is around about 200%. So, for example, if you have your burned one with max energy and set up like a mine, what's going to happen is that your burn one's not going to look any different, because when he's at max energy, he's pretty much, and with some movement speed and attack speed runes on him, he's going to be already maxed. So using a Witch with him is not going to do much difference. Alright, so now that I got Witch in here, we'll see how well this works. Soon as next week contest is when I'm going to start bringing my hatchling up, and that's when I'll be doing a lot more testing with her to find out how useful she is with her skills and her leveling. So throughout the week I'll be basically leveling up her skills, getting them up to par. I already have her max level, and we're sitting here just waiting away. That's always a nice thing to do. There we go. Alright, we're going to start into our first round. Like I said, just instantly take all of them out. Alright, second round, we got the draining round. Usually Worm will start, there it is, he starts his trance. He got out of that trance pretty quickly. Alright, so here's the gambling round here. This could be a win, this could not be a win. Alright, so you see both heroes starting to, oh no, my Huntress is dying pretty fast. Oh, she got it off. I'm not understanding why. There we go. See what I mean? It's mostly RNG, but sometimes putting a Witch in instead of a Kraken will make a difference. And there it is. Now we got first in Coliseum. Well, that's all I have for you today, everybody. Glad that we ended up finishing that up with a victory. I mean, it cost a little bit more Coliseum fights than I hoped for, but we're back in Coliseum Challenger up on top, and we're all good to go. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. Send a like, subscribe, do anything to help me out. And I've been coming up with videos a lot more often. It's been doing pretty well. So keep up the good work, keep supporting me with making more videos, and I'll keep trying to make more videos for you guys to help you out. I was thinking about trying to set up a free-to-play account on a different server, but the problem with that is, this is like a video that'll take a long time because of how far along we've already come in this game. But we'll see how that works out. It's really difficult to do free to play, but I have experienced other players that have been free to play, and it's really, if you're able to do that, that is a really amazing feat to have right there. I mean, if you're competing with the top players and you're a free to play player, that's remarkable. But best thing I can think of right now for advice for free to play players is hoard, and more hoarding. Save up to getting at least 200 stand packs. Grind out everything you can and have a lot of patience. See, right here I have 197 built up. It's going to be about 250 by the time next contest starts, and that'll get me a good enough rank in the contest to get the better stuff. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.